The sun was warm and hazy in the west. Dodong was thinking of telling his father about his plan to marry Thiang when he got home. He unhitched the carabao from the plow to its shed and fed it. He was hesitant, but he wanted his father to know. While he is walking back home, Dodong finally decided to tell him, although his father might refuse.
I will tell him. I will tell him.
Dodong wanted to marry. However, he was only 17. He had pimples on his face and the down on his upper lips was already dark. He had growing into a man. No, he was already a man. As he was walking, he thought of Thiang, his girl. Thiang is a dream girl to him. It was dusk when he reached home. His mother already set the table. They all sit and eat their dinner. After eating,
I will clean up and wash the dishes, my boys.
Dodong and his father remain in the room. Dodong is still thinking to tell his father. He knew he had to tell him.
I am going to marry Tiang.
His father looked at him silently. His father was just looking at him without saying anything.
I am going to marry Tiang. I'm going to marry Tiang. I asked her last night to marry me, and she said, yes. I want your permission. I want it.
You are very young, Dodong.
I am 17.
That's a very young age to get married at.
I want to marry. Tiang's a good girl.
Tell your mother, Dodong.
You will let me marry Tiang?
Son, if that's your wish, of course.
A few years later, after Dodong and Thiang settled to build their own family, Dodong stood in the sweltering noon heat, sweating profusely. He was as still as a tree, and his thoughts were confused. Thiang was giving birth to their first child. Dodong was hearing Thiang's screams that chilled his blood. He did not want her to scream like that. He figured that in a few moments, he would be a father.
Father. Father. I would be a father.
He was young. He realized now.
Come up, Dodong. Tiang successfully gave birth to your first child. It is over now.
Dodong suddenly felt embarrassed as he looked at her. He dropped his eyes and pretended to dust dirt off his pants.
Dodong, it's a boy.
Dodong felt more embarrassed and did not move. His parents' eyes seemed to pierce through him, and he felt limp. He wanted to hide and run away.
Dodong, you come up here. You come up. Dodong.
I'll come up.
Look, Dodong, our first child is here, and his name is Blas.
Give him to me.
You look sad, Dodong.
We are now parents, Tiang, and we are too young for this.
I know, Dodong, but it's already happened, and we need to face the decision we made. Let's give our best to sustain and raise Blas, and guide him until he grew up, Dodong.
I love you, Tiang. I will understand now. We will live a life together with Blas and be happy to what we have now.
Dodong looks at Thiang. His eyes filled with gratitude. He has learned a hard lesson about the fleeting nature of youth and the importance of cherishing the things that truly matters.